Welcome back to another broadcast here on Rio Sports Live as we are coming to you tonight from Rio Grande City as we are getting set for some softball action between the Flower Bluff Lady Hornets and the Brownsville Veterans Lady Chargers. Bert Ruiz on the camera. I'm Joe Bowling with you for the call of this game. A one game decides it all in a round of the playoffs. Flower Bluff will be the home team, and the Brownsville Veterans Lady Chargers will be the visitors. Flower Bluff already out on the field taking their warm-ups. Pitching today will be Jade Moreno. She's out there warming up. Behind the plate, Bella Perez. Down at first base is Samaya Johnson. At second base, patrolling is Ali Ramos. At third base is Sydney Salinas. At shortstop is Nivea Lantern. And outfield left to right is Lauren Fuller, Harley Elam, and Emily Mayo. Good matchup. Good evening for softball. The wind is blowing out to left field, which always means you approach it with the pitcher beware mentality. As we get ready to start this contest. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be. We have been broadcasting games for several years now. As we start things off here with this one. Leading off is Andrea Chapa. Chapa stands in. And the first pitch of the evening is up high for ball one. We're underway here in the first inning. Top side of inning number one. Next pitch coming. Just outside for ball two. On the leadoff hitter here for Brownsville Veterans, Naomi Garcia on deck. We'll get through the lineup here in a moment. 2-0 pitch. Strike call. Evens the count at 1-1. The wind is blowing. I'm going to show you just a little bit as we put it on our pitcher camera. That's up against the screen, and you'll see it bouncing around. We won't go to that too often until that wind dies down. Next pitch coming is a high fly ball into very deep left field. Back, and off the left fielder's glove. That's going to be a double to lead it off for Brownsville Veterans. Andrea Chapa got into that one. Left fielder Lauren Fuller got a piece of it on the glove. And let's take a look on the replay brought to you by Josh Moody Loans on the right side of your screen. Josh Moody Loans, one of our sponsors here on Rio Sports Live. And watch this one. That nearly left the park. Runner at second base. First pitch coming is a strike called. To Naomi Garcia. Garcia, right-handed hitter. Stands in with a runner at second base and nobody out in the first for Brownsville Veterans. Swinging a pop foul back on the screen. 2 quick strikes. Catcher back there is Bella Perez for Flower Bluff. Pitcher Jade Moreno, one of the tougher pitchers in the entire area, out there in the center circle. Next pitch coming here. Just outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-2 on Garcia. Andrea Chapa led it off with a double. Garcia at the plate trying to give Brownsville Veterans some early magic here in this one. Swinging a line drive, that's a foul ball on the right side. Count remains at 1-2. See, we got some poles in play here. On our action camera, those are just, the one just down the line will come into play a little bit. And we're ready to go. 1-2 strike count and the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up on the infield. Sydney Salinas puts that away for the first out of the inning. One down here in the first on the pop out. Reggie Santavias stands in. Third baseman today for the Brownsville Veterans, Lady Chargers. Top of the first inning, the first pitch to her. Outside low, nice play there by Perez, keeping that in front of her. And ball one. Chapa drove one over the left fielder's glove at the wall for the leadoff double. After a pop out by Garcia. The next pitch coming. Swinging a pop foul ball, and that's in play, and it's dropped over there. Samaya Johnson at first base and Ali Ramos at second base. Got a little confused as to who was going to take control of that. So an extra life given here to Sandoval. Santavanis with a 1-1 count. She's ready. Next one from Moreno. Hit hard down the line. That is a foul ball. Way down in the corner in left field. Just hooked foul. Santavanis got into that one. Just a long foul ball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on the number 3 hitter here for Brownsville Veterans. On deck is Natalie Mendoza. Santavanis gets back in. She knows she just missed a pitch, just driving it foul. Here's the 1-2. High ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out here in the first inning for Brownsville Veterans. We're in the top of the first. We're in Rio Grande City here tonight for our broadcast of this playoff softball. Next pitch coming to Santavanis. Ground ball over the pitcher. Second baseman gets to it, throws, safe at first base. Other runner down to third. And so it's first and third with 1 out on the infield single by Santavanis. Ramos did everything she could down there at second base to get to that ball, and it was just a bang-bang play down there at first, and Santavanis was able to beat it out. Up steps Natalie Mendoza. Mendoza could drive in a run with a multiple of plays. There's a strike call. A hit, an error would drive in a run. A fielder's choice would drive in a run. Most likely for Mendoza if it's hit to the right side. Brownsville Veterans trying to earn the first run of this evening. Wind blowing out to left field. Mendoza waits. Here's the next one. Off speed. Misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count. That pitch had frozen Natalie Mendoza. She'll be playing second base today for Brownsville Veterans. Down at third base stands Andrea Chapa. She led it off with a double. Mendoza has a chance here. It's a 1-1 count. And the pitch. High, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Santavanis is down at first. Chapa down at third. Mendoza at the plate, ahead in the count at 2-1. Moreno is ready and brings it home. Swinging a pop-up, foul ball off the screen behind the plate. Count evens at 2-2. Jade Moreno, certainly capable of getting out of a jam, even though it's a tough one, as you're looking at here with runners on the corners. Down at first base, that's Santavanis. Moreno working on Mendoza, brings it home. Just outside, ball 3. Moreno steps way out of the backside of the circle. She wanted that call. Gets back in, it's a 3-2 count. And here it is. Mendoza swings, hits it in the air. Center field. This should drive in a run. Catch is made. Tag is made. Throw is offline, and Brownsville takes the lead 1-0. Brownsville Veterans scratches out a run. Runner stayed on at first base on the sacrifice fly. RBI for Mendoza. Brings in Rebecca Izetta. That's a strike call. Izetta today playing in right field. No balls and a strike. Next pitch, swinging a foul ball back to the screen. 2 quick strikes on Izetta. Sophia Perez is on deck for Brownsville Veterans. They scored a run here in the top of the first. And if Moreno can get this out, you would consider that a momentum swing back on the Flower Bluff side, holding it to just 1 run. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Izetta. A double, a single, and a sacrifice fly has plated a run here in the first. Izetta is ready. A 1-2 pitch. Swinging a little line drive to second, caught, and the inning's over. Soft liner in the inning for Brownsville Veterans. They'll score a run. They'll do so on 2 hits. They'll strand 1. And we head to the bottom of the first. Here in Rio Grande City, Flower Bluff will hit for the first time. After this on Rio Sports Live.
LEAD has relationships with multiple industry leaders. Whether you're looking for project-based work or long-term employment, you decide. Our industry-skilled jobs include industrial, marine industries, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. LEAD Staffing, putting people to work and changing lives daily.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we are heading to the bottom of the first inning. It's a terrific night for softball action here in Rio Grande. With Flower Bluff traveling from the Corpus area, Brownsville Veterans out of the lower Rio Grande Valley. Converging here for a 1-game decides it all as we head to the bottom of the first. Brownsville Veterans scored a run in the top side of the inning. For Flower Bluff, Samaya Johnson will lead it off. Nevia Lanter and Bella Perez scheduled to hit. Anybody gets on, Jade Marino is hitting in the cleanup spot. And she'll hit 4th in a 1-run ball game as Brownsville Veterans leads it. Johnson playing first base today. Stands in from the right-hand side for Flower Bluff and the Lady Hornets. Outfield playing straight away. That wind is blowing out to left. Remember that always in this game. First pitch coming from Alex Tamez. Low, ball 1. Tamez, a right-handed hurler. You can see by the pitcher camera there, the wind has settled down a bit here behind home plate. It was bouncing that net around in a big way during our pregame setup. 1-0 the count. Next pitch coming to Johnson. Took a ball low. 2 balls, no strikes. This game among many that we're covering here on Rio Sports this evening. We have crews throughout the area covering games. 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch coming to Johnson. Swings, fouls that off her foot. That's a foul ball for strike 1. Down at third base, that's Reggie Santovas for Brownsville Veterans. Pitching is Alex Thomas. Catching today is Naomi Garcia. At the plate, Samaya Johnson. A 2-1 pitch. After a long look. Headed home. Inside, ball 3. Brownsville Veterans put their leadoff hitter on board to start this game. And she came around to score the game's only run thus far. Johnson leading off here in the bottom of the first for Flower Bluff. Ahead in the count 3-1, see if she gets a green light. Tamez is ready and spins it home. Swinging a ground ball to short. Right at Chapa, over and out for the first out of the inning. 6-3 on the put out. Andrea Chapa displaying a good arm down there at shortstop. For Brownsville Veterans. That'll bring up Nevia Lanter. Lanter, the shortstop for Flower Bluff. Hitting here for a first time in the game. First pitch coming. Showed a bunt, pulled it back, took ball 1 outside. Indications are right now that the umpire is consistent, but not allowing much to be called a strike on the outside part of the plate. Both pitchers have attempted that here in the first inning already. That's what you see the good pitchers do. They'll play around out there and just see just how far out can I extend this. Tamez has been taking her time between pitches. He's got that wrist guard with the game notes there on the pitch per batter. Lanter's ready. Here's the next pitch. Swinging a foul ball out of play on the right side. Strike 1. Evens a counter to ball and a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, 1 out. Lanter at the plate. Bella Perez is on deck. Bottom of the first inning from Rio Grande City. After a long look, Tamez is ready, brings it home to Lanter. Bunts it, foul, back to the screen. That nearly got our camera. Caught the tripod, that's okay. Count stays at 1 and now 1-2. Moved our camera just a bit. You'll see that there's now a little bit of the screen. We'll fix that in between innings. Lanter at the plate. Has to protect now in the hole 1-2. Next pitch coming. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brownsville Veterans got their run with 2 hits in the first inning. 2 of the first 3 reached. The leadoff hitter scored. And here we are in the bottom of the first with Lanter at the plate. Count stays at 1, or check it, it's 2-2. And Tamez spins the next one home. Swing and a miss, struck her out. High delivery, Lanter couldn't lay off, and a strikeout is the first recorded of the game by Tamez. Two down in the inning, and it brings up Bella Perez. Perez, the catcher today for Flower Bluff. Hitting here in the bottom of the first. Looking ahead in the second, it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Brownsville veterans. Perez trying to keep the inning alive for the Lady Hornets. Swings through that one, strike one. No balls and a strike to Perez. Crowd making some noise on the Flower Bluff side, trying to encourage Perez to get on. Moreno is on deck, ready. Perez has to reach to bring her up this inning. Here's the pitch. Low, ball one. One ball and a strike. There was some cloud cover, just enough to cover the sunset here in Rio Grande City. It was 94 degrees. Right now the combination of the moon is out and the sun is still shining. Moon to my right, sun over my left shoulder. Kind of a neat environment here. And the 1-1 pitch headed home. Ball just outside. And again, like I said, consistent call by the man in blue behind the plate thus far in this one. As these two pitchers have tried to work that outside corner into play. 2-1 on Perez. A ground ball out and a strikeout thus far in the inning. Perez waits. Here's the 2-1. Outside, ball 3. That's Moreno over there on deck for Flower Bluff. She wants to hit for obvious reasons, wants to have a chance with a base runner on, wants to sustain the inning a little further before she has to go back out and go to work in the circle, pitching to this Brownsville veterans team. Perez waits. It's a 3-1 count. And ball 4 is low. A 1-out walk to Perez. And indeed, Jade Moreno will hit here in the first inning. Quickly, we get a conference out in the circle. Infield will talk it over on the Brownsville veterans side of things.
Courtesy running for the catcher, number 6, Letty Union.
Courtesy runner also in for Flower Bluff.
The pitcher, number 17, Jade Moreno.
And here comes Moreno. Moreno, the cleanup hitter in the Flower Bluff lineup. Batting here in the first with 1 aboard. Outfield plays about as deep as you can here in this park, especially in left field where that wind's blowing out. First one coming from Tamez is on the way. Ball low. 1-0 to Moreno. Again, we'll fix that camera there just a bit in between him, but still a good shot there of pitcher Alexis Tamez. Moreno at the plate. Waits for the 1-0, and here it is. Swinging a ground ball to third, right at the third baseman, over to second. The force is good, and the inning's over. In the inning for Flower Bluff, no runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 left. Each team has stranded 1 in the game as we head to the second. Top side of inning number 2. Brownsville Veterans leads this one 1-0, and this is Rio Sports Live.
Rio Sports Live!
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We're the Lady Cougars and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education from pre-K through.
Back here on Rio Sports Live and back out into the center of the circle. Pitching is Jade Moreno for her second inning of work. Standing in to lead it off is Sofia Perez. Perez playing first base today for the Lady Chargers, takes ball one. And away we go. On deck stands Alexis Tamez for Brownsville Veterans. 1-0 game here in the top of the second. Next pitch coming. Strike call on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the first inning, it was a leadoff double that got things started. A pop fly out on the infield and then a single. Took a sacrifice fly to score the run. Here's a ground ball to short. Easy play for Lanter, across and over. 1 down. Lanter as solid as it comes over there at shortstop for Flower Bluff. 6-3 on the put out. That brings in Alexis Tamez. Again, up the middle of this infield, rock solid. Center fielder, rock solid for Flower Bluff. Gives a lot of confidence to Moreno out there in the pitching circle, knowing she has that kind of defense behind her. Standing in is Alexis Tamez. Tamez, the pitcher, hitting for the first time on the day. Swings, fouls that one back, strike one. No balls and a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Here to Tamez. Next one coming. Showed a bunt, pulled it back, took a ball as it gets back to the backstop. Our appreciation to Brownsville Veterans and to Flower Bluff for assisting us in broadcasting this game. Each school was more than gracious in getting our lineups to us on time and asked us several times if there was anything we needed to get this broadcast in way. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike call. That one painted more of the outside corner. As again, you saw the pitchers in the first inning. We're just trying to find out where that threshold was. The narrow margin between strike and ball on the outside part of the plate. Here's a foul ball back to the screen. Count stays at 1-2. And that's what you'll see the good pitchers do. They'll find that area where the umpire is comfortable on calling it, and all they ask for is the consistency that they had in the first inning, and they can dial it in from there. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tamez with Aguirre on deck. Next one coming. Foul ball, back to the screen again. And our pitcher camera is getting a workout over there behind the screen. Crowd, you can see a little bit of the crowd here at Rio Grande City. This was a drive for either team to make this one. It was a drive for Bert and I. Hour and 40 minutes one way just to get here. Tamez is ready, waits, here it comes. High delivery, ball 2. And that one missed by design. Sometimes you can see a pitcher is missing for various reasons, and other times they'll miss on purpose, getting it to a spot just to see if a hitter will chase. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a pop-up, a mile high, foul ball right back by the screen and caught. Good play back there by Bella Perez on the pop fly out. 2 down in the inning. And here's Sammy Aguirre. Aguirre hitting in the 8th spot, playing in center field. Looking ahead to Flower Bluff in the second, it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. Right now a 1-0 game. Brownsville Veterans leading, and the pitch to Aguirre. Away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. On deck, that's Sophia Martinez. We'll check that. That's Sammy Aguirre still on your screen, but Martinez is on deck. Next pitch coming. Bunt attempt, pulled it back and took ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Aguirre. Brownsville Veterans sent 5 to the plate in the first inning. First 2 have been retired. Now 4 in a row set down by Moreno. And the 2-0 pitch. Foul back to the screen. 2 balls and a strike. Our camera continues just to take a beating back there. So we won't be switching to that camera. I'll show it to you real quick, but no chance. So we'll stay here with this one. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Moreno looks for her first strikeout of the game. Again, after giving up the single in the first inning, a sacrifice fly in the first, then a line drive out. First 2 retired here, and there's a foul ball. Count stays at 2-2 as she tries to put down 5 in a row here for Brownsville Veterans after allowing that early run. All turf field here at Rio Grande City. Gorgeous facility from which to broadcast from for Bert and I. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Aguirre. High, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Aguirre. No walks thus far in the game, issued by Moreno. Time was called as they got a new softball in the mix. That allows Thomas just to hang out over there in between the on-deck circle and the home plate area. Again, like Moreno in the bottom of the first inning. There's a high pop-up. Foul ball, and a catch is made. Elam hangs on. Records 2 outs in the inning. For Brownsville Veterans, no runs, no hits, no errors, no walks, nobody left. And we head to the bottom of the second. Flower Bluff and Brownsville Veterans. 1-0 the score. Brownsville Veterans on top, and this is Rio Sports Live.
Winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
when excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond. We are the future leaders, and our success starts.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, and welcome back as we head to the bottom of the second for Flower Bluff. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Sydney Salinas leading off, followed by Harley Elam and Emily Mayo. Anyone gets on, Lauren Fuller will hit. Pitch coming is low for ball one. One ball, no strikes here in the second inning. To Sydney Salinas. Next pitch. Strike called, outside corner. Just like Marino, Tamez understanding where that strike zone is and just how wide the plate can get on the outside corner. On deck stands Harley Elam. At the plate, Sydney Salinas. 1-1 the count, leading off the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on Salinas. Tamez recorded a strikeout in the first inning. She also walked one. Worked around that. That was a 2-out walk. And here we are in the bottom of the second. Salinas has to protect the plate. Count at 1-2. Tamez is ready. Spins it home. Swinging a hard hit ball into very deep center field. Back at the wall and caught. Oh, what a catch at the wall. Sammy Aguirre robs an extra base hit. Let's take a look at that on the replay. Brought to you by Josh Moody Loans, and watch this play in center field coming up. Banging into the wall, but hanging on for the out. Thanks, Josh Moody Josh Moody Loans, for providing us the replay. And a good round of applause for Sammy Aguirre out there in center field for Brownsville veterans. Brings in Harley Elam. Elam, center fielder for Flower Bluff, stands in. Waits for the first one. And here it comes. Ball inside, a little bit low, 1-0. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be. Those of you watching on our Facebook, share the link if you will. Let other fans know these games are going on. That always helps to get our numbers up. 1-0 the count and the pitch. Swinging a foul ball out of play on the right side. Evens the count of the ball and a strike. On deck, that's Emily Mayo. Mayo hoping she can hit with Elam on base. Elam back in and ready to go. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball. Down the line, that's a fair ball. That's a stand-up double. Elam takes that one right down the line. Take a look on our South Padre Island replay. See if we can catch the action on that. On the right side of your screen is the replay. And that's a double. In stands Emily Mayo. Mayo hitting for the first time today, the right fielder for Flower Bluff. Took ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. That's the first hit for Flower Bluff. Lady Hornets with an extra base here in the second inning. Mayo could tie it up with a base hit. Thomas spins it home. Swing and a miss. 1-1 as Thomas spun one right past Emily Mayo. Thomas recorded a strikeout in the first inning. She also walked one. Now time called by the hitter. As Elam steps out. She's back in and ready. The 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. So strike two. Lauren Fuller down there on deck. Mayo gets back in. One ball, two strikes. Runner at second base, one out. Pitch coming. Swing and a hard hit ball. That is a fair ball in the corner. That's going to tie the game. Back-to-back doubles. It's a 1-1 game. Hornets have tied it up here. Let's look on our Josh Moody replay screen on this one. Fair all the way and an RBI for Mayo. She's down at second. At the plate, Lauren Fuller. First pitch outside, ball one. I told Bert coming over here, if these pitchers were both on, this could be a 2-1 special. Each team putting a run across. That next run is going to be big. If that prediction holds true, we're way early in this game for that. Fuller waits. Strike called. Outside corner. Fuller at the very least wants to advance the runner down to third base. She stands in ready. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Pitch to Fuller. Swing and a miss. Off speed pitch. Down at second base, Mayo trying to encourage Fuller. Fuller definitely fooled on that one. It's a 1-2 count. Now a pitcher's count for Thomas. She can come right after Fuller here. Fuller waits. Thomas brings it home. Swinging a line drive into right field. Well hit, caught. Runner tags. and down to third base safely. Fuller hit the ball well. And it brings in Ali Ramos. Ramos, a right-handed hitter. She's a number 9 hitter. If she can get on, the top of the order comes right back up for Flower Bluff here in the second. Lead run down at first, the pitch. After Tamez goes through her routine. Here it is. Outside, ball 1. Brownsville Veterans will have the 9 hitter leading off in the third, and then it's back to the top of the order for them. Flower Bluff with a couple of doubles here in the second. Lady Hornets have tied it up at 1 apiece. Ramos hitting. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and a strike, a high fastball. Tamez blew that one past Ramos. On deck, that is Samaya Johnson. If Ramos can get on, Johnson will get a chance to hit here in this inning. The count's 1-1 on Ramos. The next one from Tamez. Headed home. Outside, ball 2. Down at third base, Mayo's getting a pretty good lead over there. After that pitch, she draws the attention, if nothing else, of Naomi Garcia, catching back there for Brownsville Veterans. 2 balls and a strike on Ramos. Tamez is ready. And here it comes. Swing and a hard hit ball, deep left field. That's caught though. Another sparkling catch. Sophia Martinez. That looked like that was going to get over her head in a hurry. She made it look easier than what it was. We'll take a look at the replay and head to the third. We're tied at 1 apiece, Flower Bluff and Brownsville Veterans.
Cardinal pride.
We're the Ray Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
We are Edinburgh.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, and here we go. In the top of the third inning for Brownsville Veterans, it'll be Sophia Martinez leading off. First pitch coming from Marino is outside corner, strike 1. New life for Marino. Her team's got that run back. We're all tied up. Nothing decided here. 1-1 in the third. It's Martinez, Chapa, Garcia. Anybody gets on, Santavanis. Next pitch coming. Swinging a ground ball, softly hit to second. Over to first, 1 down. And that's now 6 in a row retired by Moreno. We got you that camera back just for a little while. That's been bounced around all over the place. It's not going to last long tonight. One more foul ball back to the screen. Should take care of that for the night. We'll keep it there for now. As Andrea Chapa stands in, she doubled her first time up. Hits this one hard. Foul on the third base side. Out in front of that for strike one. Chapa doubled and scored in the first inning. Next pitch coming. High, ball one. 1-1. This is the second time through the lineup here in the third inning for both of these pitchers. Flower Bluff hit the ball hard in that second inning. There were some sparkling plays out in the outfield by Brownsville veterans. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Chapa. Pops it up a mile high. First baseman calls everybody off. Nice play there by Sofia Perez. 2 down. That brings in Naomi Garcia. Garcia on the day popped out to third base her first at bat. Looking ahead for Flower Bluff, it's 1, 2, 3 in the lineup in the third. Like I said, they'll go through the top part of their order for a second time through. Here's the pitch coming to Garcia. Took it low, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Bert Ruiz on the camera tonight. He's operating that action camera, if you will. Another terrific job by Bert, Rudy, Jammer, the camera operators out there and about. Here's a ground ball right back to the mound. Moreno makes the play, over and out. And that was a quick inning. In the top of the third for Brownsville veterans. No runs, no hits, no walks, no errors, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the third. 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup for Flower Bluff. Lady Hornets and Brownsville veteran Lady Chargers all tied up at 1 apiece. This is Rio Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, we head to the bottom of the third inning. Vintage on Jackson in Harlingen, Texas, one of the sponsors. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be. We head to the bottom of the third. Flower Bluff, Samaya Johnson will lead it off, followed by Nevia Lanter, and then Bella Perez. Anybody gets on? Jade Moreno. Johnson grounded out to short her first time up as Flower Bluff hit the ball hard up and down the lineup first time through. Good defense by Brownsville veterans. And it's a 1-1 game. First pitch, just outside, ball one. Tamez out there pitching. Couple of hard hit balls to end the second. 2 doubles in that inning as well. Facing Johnson. The 1-0. Swinging a foul ball on the first base side. That evens the count at 1-1. Down there on deck is Nevia Lanter. At the plate, Samaya Johnson. Johnson's ready. The 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Johnson stands in. She's ready. Next one. Foul ball, right side. Evens the count at 2-2. Watching on the Facebook side right now. Give me a shout out wherever you may be watching this game from. It's always kind of fun to see how far out people are watching these games, especially when you're traveling as far as Flower Bluff and Brownsville Veterans to get to Rio Grande City. How many fans out there? And give me a shout on the Facebook side right now. Let me know where you're watching the game from. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Ground ball to third. Over to first and out. One down is Santavanis. Gobbled that one up, zip it across. Watching from Beeville, watching from Freeport, watching from Freer, thanks for tuning in. Viola Ayala, watching from Corpus Christi, thank you for tuning in. All on our Facebook side. I'll get to YouTube here in a moment. Brady, Texas, tuning in. Thanks for watching the game. Lanter stems in. Nivea Lanter, strikeout victim her first time up, 0 for 1 on the day, and batting here in the third. Takes it high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Fresno, California, tuning in. Thank you, Mayo Pacina. Flower Bluff, Justino Gomez. Catula, Texas, also checking in. Thanks for being a part of our broadcast here on Real Sports Live. 1 ball, no strikes on Lanter. Perez on deck with 1 out here in the third for Flower Bluff. Lanter waits, takes, strike called. Outside corner. Cecilia Rosas watching from Brownsville. Here comes the Brownsville fans chiming in now. Javier Gonzalez also tuning in from Brownsville, Texas. Thank you for being a part of our broadcast here on Real Sports. Share the link if you haven't liked our page either. Like and follow. That gives us some help. When the advertisers say, how many fans watch your stuff? Here's a ground ball foul down the third base side. Count goes to 1-2. Charger fans, Patricia Silva tuning in. William Johnson tuning in for the Hornets. What you get on Real Sports during your broadcast is unbiased, 100% down the line. That's the first thing I said when we started this thing 5 years ago. Unbiased broadcast, and we were going to cover the teams that nobody else would. Not just football. All through the years. A 1-2, that's a foul ball. Count stays at 1-2. Second thing, when I started this with my wife Dahlia, for no charge for fans to watch it, no charge to schools for us to broadcast the game. As this thing goes on, as teams continue to win, there will be parties that will take over that have partnered up with UIL that will charge pay-per-view. But not when you're watching it on Real Sports Live. 1-2 the count on Lanter. Grounds this one foul. That's on the third base side. stays alive. One ball, two strikes, nobody on, one out here in the Flower Bluff third. Tamez working on Lanter with Perez on deck. Here comes the 1-2. Outside, ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Give a shout out to the Brownsville Little League tuning in for the Lady Chargers. Two balls, 2 strikes. Lanter working here in the third. Tamez has given up a couple of hits. That was back-to-back doubles in the second. Lanter trying to get on for the first time of the day. Here's the 2-2. High pop-up into short right field. In comes Azetta. She'll make the catch. 2 down. Give a shout to Laura Chavez watching in Corpus Christi, cheering on the Flower Bluff Lady Hornets. Thanks for tuning in. My travels today started in Raymondville. I then went to Aransas Pass to visit with Alan Samuels, who may be coming on as an advertiser. Picked up Bert back in Raymondville and landed here in Rio Grande City. Like I said, I know these teams traveled a long way to get here, so did we. Here's a ground ball, softly hit to short. Nice charge there, out at first base. And the inning comes to an end. 6-3 on the put out in the third, bottom side. No runs, no hits, no walks, no errors, nobody left. And we head into the fourth. Brownsville Veterans, Flower Bluff. All tied up at 1 apiece. And this is Rio Sports Live.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito. Yeah. Forever Memories, one of our sponsors here on Rio Sports Live as we head to the fourth inning from Rio Grande City. Brownsville Veterans taking on Flower Bluff. They're tuning in from, where did I see? To Madres. Let's see where this one's from. Watching from Brownsville. Saw one from Chicago, Illinois tuning in as well. Thanks for being a part of our broadcast here on Rio Sports Live. As the fourth inning rolls around, it'll be Santavanis, Mendoza, Azetta. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the Brownsville Veterans lineup. 8 in a row have been retired by Jade Moreno as she has settled down. Fans tuning in from Hawaii, thanks for tuning into the broadcast. Vinny Gallardo. There's a strike called, and away we go. A double and a walk in the first inning, a sacrifice fly, and since then, Nothing but outs recorded by Moreno as she has locked in. Working on Santavanis, who has a single on the day. Takes a ball outside. Fans watching from Arizona, thanks for tuning into our broadcast. Santavanis leading it off. Next one coming. Swinging a high fly ball into deep center field. Back at the wall, off the center fielder. That's going to be a double for Santavanis, her second hit of the game. We'll show you on the replay, brought to you by Josh Moody Loans. How about the effort of Harley Elam out there in center field? You want to talk about a center fielder going after a ball? Watch the effort here. That is not a padded wall out there, my friends. Elam with a great effort. A leadoff double for Santavanis for Brownsville veterans. A leadoff double. Harley Elam stays in the game. She got up. I mean, she sat there for a bit, but she got right up. I told you before this thing started, she's one of the tougher center fielders in the entire region. And she nearly reeled that one in off the bat of Santavanis. That ends a string of 8 in a row retired by Moreno. For Santavanis, she's now 2 for 2 in the game. Marguerite Trudell, that player is fine out there, who ran into the wall. Harley Elam. She's in good shape. Mendoza stands in. She drove in a runner first time up with a sacrifice fly. Hits this one a mile high, foul ball, backing out of play. Appreciate all the fans that are commenting here on our Facebook side. I'm going to switch it over now and take a look at, we're broadcasting on several platforms here on Rio Sports. We'll see what's happening over on the YouTube side of things. At the plate is Natalie Mendoza. Runner at second base. Pitch coming. High, ball one. 1 ball and a strike. Give us a shout out on YouTube where you may be watching the game from. I'm going to check that out right now on our comments. See several people watching there. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. David Crabtree watching from Corpus Christi. Thanks for tuning in. Landon Jennings commenting Forever Memories is the oldest advertiser we got. Landon's been one of our most consistent viewers. Here's a pitch. Ball high. 3 balls and a strike. There is a base open. Mendoza is the cleanup hitter in the Brownsville veterans lineup. So they could put her on if they wanted. She stands in and waits. Here's the 3-1. Took it high, ball 4. First 2 have reached here for Brownsville veterans. A double and a walk. San Benito tuning in. Thanks for tuning in here on our broadcast. First two have reached here in the fourth inning for Brownsville veterans. Tuning in from Pearland, Texas. Thanks for tuning in, Kinsley Wesley. At the plate, Rebecca Izetta. Here's the first one. Bunts it in the air, caught on a diving catch. What a play by Sydney Salinas down there at third base. Let's watch that on the Josh Moody replay. Watch as she comes into play here on this replay. Sparkling on the defense. Up steps Perez. Strike called. One down in the inning. Tuning in to Mercedes. Thanks for tuning in. No balls and a strike. Next pitch coming. Swinging a hard hit foul ball down the third baseline. Perez was out in front of that. That's Alex Thomas down the line. She got a good look at that. On that third base side. First two reached, a double and a walk for Brownsville veterans here in the fourth. Sophia Perez at the plate with one out. Grounded out to short her first time up. She's 0 for 1. Here's the 0-2. Outside, ball one. One ball, two strikes. Perez. Waits for the 1-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Throw to first. Safe there. Two down on the strikeout. That's the first strikeout recorded on the game by Jade Moreno. And that brings up Alex Thomas. First pitch. Foul ball back to the screen. Strike one. 0-1. No balls and a strike on Thomas. Looking ahead for Flower Bluff, they'll have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up in the bottom of this fourth inning. If Moreno can keep it 1-1, they get the momentum swing heading into the bottom of the fourth. That one's low, bounces up there for ball one. One ball and a strike. Two down here in the fourth. After the first two reads, they're still right there at first and second. Thomas could help her own cause here. Takes it outside. Ball two. Thomas, her only time up, popped out on a foul ball to the catcher. Next pitch coming. Swing and a foul ball back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Moreno now a strike away from getting out of the inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 outs. Here in the fourth. Big pitch coming here to Thomas. Takes it high, ball 3. Down at first base is Mendoza. She walked. Santavanis down at second. At the plate is Tamez, and the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Count stays at 3-2. We're in Rio Grande City, where the wind is blowing out to left field. Don't forget that. I said that early on. I'll say it again. Anything that gets up in the air and from left center field towards the line is going to be assisted out of this park. Here's the 3-2 delivery from Moreno to Tamez. Swinging a pop-up. That's a foul ball out of play. Tamez continues to work. Appreciate again everyone tuning in wherever you may be. Those watching on our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our channel. One of the biggest things they ask for them when the advertisers talk to us is how big are your numbers as far as the number of people. We're over 31,000 subscribers. So each and every one of you have helped us grow each year. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a high foul ball out of play on the third base side. Rosalinda Ortiz tuning in from San Antonio. Tampa Bay area, Brian Nartowitz checking in. Thanks for being here on our Facebook side as we continue to hear from some of the fans that are tuned in watching this contest. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 outs. Aguirre on deck, but Tamez, all eyes on her. She waits, and here it comes. Ball 4. A walk loads the bases. Second walk in the inning. Second walk of the game. And now a chance for Sammy Aguirre, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, to do some damage. Miguel Paredes watching from Columbia, Missouri, home of the Tigers. Thanks for tuning in here on Rio Sports Live. Bases loaded for the Lady Chargers. Aguirre stands in. First pitch coming. Took a low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. They're watching on the road home after the Cal Allen Hondo game. Rooting on the Hornets here. Brownsville veterans threatening. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball, foul ball. Count stays, or now goes to 1-1. 1 run on 3 hits for Brownsville veterans thus far in the game. 1 run on 2 hits for Flower Bluff. At the plate is Sammy Aguirre. Hits it on the ground to short. Throw across, on the money. Inning over. Hit the wrong button there. That was a ground out. Inning over. For Brownsville veterans. No runs. 1 hit. Couple of walks. 3 stranded. 6 stranded in the game in the first 4. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Flower Bluff and Brownsville veterans all tied 1 apiece. This is Rio Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Harlingen Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rodo Vegas, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
Come to Myra Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation, from Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Myra Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Thanks again for tuning in wherever you may be. Myra Sports was an advertiser with us. Many times we have advertisers that jump on board long enough to get through a season, such as football or basketball. I run a few extra ads for some of those sponsors. But the way we are able to do what we do is through advertising. When you don't charge anybody to broadcast and you don't charge fans to watch them, you got to generate revenue from somewhere. And those are the advertisers that you see on board. Our quest is to try to find enough to keep our crews in play. For playoffs, it's a whole nother world when they start charging UIL fees just for us to get a broadcast right. Here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Jade Moreno stands in, leading it off, all tied at 1 apiece. First pitch, took it low, ball 1. Moreno grounded out to third on a fielder's choice her first time up. Kimberly Wilson watching from Flower Bluff. Give a shout out in that direction. Thank you for tuning in. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Moreno. Ground ball foul on the third base side. 1-1. Tamez pitching out there. Allowed back-to-back doubles in the second inning. That pushed a run across for Flower Bluff. Behind her, she's had some sparkling plays out there on the defensive end for Brownsville veterans, including some amazing catches made out there by her outfielders. Moreno stands in. The count is 1-1. Tamez is ready. Goes through her normal routine. And now brings it home. Outside and low. 2 balls and a strike. The big factor in advertising that we look for appears to be the schools. You'll see during our broadcast that we have schools such as Sherryland, Mission, Brownsville, ISD, Harlingen, all part of our broadcast teams that assist us in broadcasting the games. That's outside. Oh, a strike call. They caught the corner. 2-2. Harlingen CISD, a big contributor for a couple of years running. And these schools, no, we don't charge to broadcast. These schools participate in marketing on Rio Sports Live. I've said it many times. If just the schools we covered would become marketing partners, we would be able to cover 10 times the games we're covering right now. Here's the 2-2. Check swing. Did she go around? No, she did not. They check down at first base. And so the count goes full. San Perlita, also another school that is assisting us in broadcasting games as a marketing partner on Rio Sports Live. La Villa, as the small schools chime in and assist us as marketing partners on Rio Sports Live. We've got many schools that ask us, and in some cases near demand us, to cover all of their sports if we're going to cover any of them. And yet these schools are the ones that step up on the marketing side and assist us in a huge way. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, up and away, and a walk. Marino aboard on the walk. We'll see if we get a courtesy runner for Marino. We will. Leadoff hitter aboard. That's the first time in the game that Flower Bluff has put their leadoff hitter on. Batting here in the fourth. That was how important it was when the first two reached in the top of this inning for Brownsville Veterans. And Marino was able to keep them from scoring. Fans making a ton of noise behind us. Here comes the first pitch to Salinas. Strike called. No balls and a strike. A couple of EDCs have been a part of our broadcast as well. San Benito EDC has been with us for a few years running. So has the South Padre Island group. Josh Moody Loans, one of our loyal sponsors. Roel Rodriguez, you see his ads running. He's been with us for a couple of years. Consistency is what it's all about in sports. And in broadcasting, it's even more important when you're looking for sponsors, which is what we do each and every day. To do these playoffs, I've talked about it many times in our broadcast. It's a chore, to say the least. You have to get approvals across the board from schools participating, host schools in this case, and then you have to apply for rights. If approved, you have to pay for the rights because it's not free. Good idea. Good idea. And so once all of the boxes are checked, then we have to wait until noon the day before a game to make sure that one of the broadcast partners that has partnered up with UIL doesn't take the game over. There's a ball that gets away. Runner goes down to second. Count goes to 2-1. It was a leadoff walk. And it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. And now we'll have a conference out in the center circle. Flower Bluff, base runners, hitters, all converge on the third base line. We'll be right back after this. That fishing tournament coming up in Port Mansfield in the very near future. If you haven't already signed up, please do so. Big tournament down there, and they're a sponsor here on Real Sports helping us out. Runner at second base, nobody out, and a 2-1 count on Sydney Salinas for Flower Bluff. Sydney hit the ball hard to center field the first time up. Bunts it, that's a good bunt. Fair ball, out at first, down to third on the sacrifice. Sacrifice 2-1. I'm going to turn down the crowd mic. Got some fans that are just getting their money's worth on making noise here in the park by slamming some stuff on the bleachers. You can hear it behind me. We're video, my friends. If you can't hear me, you can see it. I'm just a glorified color commentary guy. Here's Harley Elam. Doubled her first time up. and bats here in the fourth with a runner in scoring position and one out. Pops it up on the infield. Chapa puts that away. Big out right there. Elam swinging at the first pitch. And that'll bring up Emily Mayo. Now Mayo doubled as well, drove in a run. She followed Elam's double in the second with a double of her own. Bats here in the fourth with a runner at scoring position and two outs. Game tied at one apiece in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Throw across. On the money. Inning over. These pitchers have been helped by defense all evening long. In the fourth for Flower Bluff. No runs, no hits, a walk. No errors. A runner left on at third base for a second inning of 4. We head to the fifth in this one. Brownsville Veterans, Flower Bluff. 1-1. One game decides it all. We'll continue after this on Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sun rises and sun sets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Lead has relationships with multiple industry leaders. Whether you're looking for project-based work or long-term employment, you decide. Our industry-skilled jobs include industrial, marine industries, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. Lead Staffing, putting people to work and changing lives daily.
Back here on Real Sports Live, thanks to Lead Industrial Staffing, one of our advertisers that have assisted us in broadcasting some games here out of the Coastal Bend. One of the rare Coastal Bend advertisers that we have here on Real Sports Live. So we continue to push forward in opening the doors for more and more broadcasts. There's a foul ball out of play, and away we go in the fifth. Sophia Martinez leading it off. It'll be Martinez, Andrea Chapa, and Naomi Garcia. So 9, 1, and 2 in the lineup for Brownsville Veterans. They scored a run in the first. Flower Bluff with one of their own in the second. That's all the tallies across here in this one. As we work here in the fifth, both of these pitchers, as expected, have been tough. Here's Marino's pitch. Martinez takes ball one. 1 ball and a strike. Martinez grounded out to second her first time up. She's 0 for 1. Here comes the 1-1. Nearly hit her, ball 2. On deck stands Andrea Chapa. She's got a hit today, and she also scored a run for Brownsville Veterans. She's watching as Martinez tries to get on to start the inning. Strike call in the outside corner. Count goes to 2-2. Martinez gave just a glance backward as if to say, that wasn't called a strike in the first inning, but it was by such a narrow margin. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball to second. Over and out, 1 down. The second time in the game, Sophia Martinez grounds out to Ali Ramos. And that brings in Andrea Chapa. Chapa steps in. Right-handed hitter, doubled in the first inning, popped out to first base in foul territory. In her last at bat, she's 1 for 2 in the game with a run scored. First pitch, took it low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Garcia stands on deck. Chapa trying to get on here in the 5th. Moreno is ready, brings it. Ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. Chapa gets back in a hurry. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 walks issued in the game thus far by Moreno. She's ready. Chapa waits. Here it comes. Ball 3 just inside. Garcia anxious on the on-deck circle. Let's see if they turn Chapa loose with a hitter's count ahead 3-0. Game tied. Here it is. Taking strike call. Moreno peppered that one right into the letters. Wind is blowing out, and it's blowing out pretty hard to left field. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 call. Chapa taking all the way on 2 consecutive pitches. And the count goes from 3-0 to full. She gets back in. Next one coming, the 3-2. Swing and a foul ball on the third base side. I'll keep the Brownsville veterans dugout on their toes over there. Ricocheted off the wall below the players. You can see a couple of them jumping out of the way. Count stays at 3-2. One down here in the 5th for Brownsville veterans. A 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chapa strikes out. Second strikeout of the game recorded by Moreno. 2 down here in the 5th. And that'll bring in Naomi Garcia. Garcia stands in. 0 for 2 on the day. Hit it back to Moreno her last time up. Takes ball 1. Flower Bluff will have the 8 and 9 hitters due up in the 5th when we get to the bottom of the 5th. This is the number 2 hitter in the Brownsville veterans lineup, Naomi Garcia. Low 1-0 pitch. Line drive into right center field. Center fielder over, makes the catch. Inning over. Elam showing that range in the 5th for Brownsville veterans. No runs, no hits, no walks, no errors, and nobody left. See if I can do that in cadence with the rhythm of that fan back there. We head to the bottom side of inning number 5. Our score, 1-1. This is Rio Sports Live.
Cheerleaders, and you're watching Rio Sports Live.
If you want to get in the game, come to Myra Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Myra Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito. Back here on Rio Sports Live in Rio Grande City on a Friday night. Flower Bluff and Brownsville veterans. The Lady Hornets hit in the fifth. Lauren Fuller leads it off. She hit the ball hard to right field her first time up. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Actually, it wasn't even that bad as it was a sacrifice fly. Take strike one. In the game, Alex Tamez out there pitching has been very similar to Jade Moreno. Not overpowering on the number of strikeouts, just recording 1 in the game, but relying on defense behind her to make plays. 0-1 the count. Next pitch coming. High, ball 1. 1 ball and a strike. Fuller, Ramos, and then the top of the order, Samaya Johnson will hit for Flower Bluff here in this fifth. Flower Bluff put the leadoff hitter on in the fourth inning. That's the only time they've had a leadoff hitter reach. Brownsville veteran has done that twice. Fuller waits. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to short. Gobbled up by Chopin, across for the out. Four in a row now retired by Tamez. If you go back, she worked around that fourth inning walk. 9 of the last 10 have been set down by Tamez, who has settled in. Up steps Ali Ramos. Now she hit the ball on a line to left her last time up. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. Stands in here in the fifth. Takes it outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ramos trying to get on. Again, that top of the order is just right behind her. Samaya Johnson and then Nevia Lanter. Tamez is ready, brings it home to Ramos. Strike call. Count goes to 1-1. One ball and a strike. Down at first base is Sofia Perez for Brownsville veterans. At the plate is Ali Ramos. Next one coming from Tamez. Hit hard and a line to right field and a hit. That was right at Rebecca Izeta. And a 1-out single. Now sets things up for the top of the order for Flower Bluff here in the fifth. Brings up Samaya Johnson, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground ball outs. Grounded out to short in the first inning, grounded out to third in the third. Bats here in the fifth with a runner on first.
She calls time. Third time through the order for Alexis Tamez. She scattered 2 hits, and both of those came in the same inning, back-to-back with doubles. That was in the second. That one misses outside for a ball. Ramos got a good jump over there at first base. Came back, but did get the attention there of Naomi Garcia, the catcher for Brownsville Veterans. Johnson stands in. Now ahead in the count at 1-0. Here's the next one. Swinging a hard hit ball. That's a base hit into left field. 2 aboard here with 1 out from Flower Bluff. Ball was up, and Johnson just drilled it out of reach of Andrea Chapa, the shortstop. Take a look at the South Padre Island replay on the right side of your screen. Our replay is brought to you by South Padre. That time of year, visit sopadre.com to book your trip today. A hit for Johnson. Lanter stands in. Nevia Lanter 0 for 2 on the day. And she bats here in the 5th. Took a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bella Perez on deck. This is the meat of the order for Flower Bluff right here in the 5th. Big opportunity knocking with a runner in scoring position and less than 2 outs. Next one coming to Lanter. Ground ball, foul ball, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. 2 on, 1 out. 5th inning from Rio Grande City. Flower Bluff and Brownsville Veterans. Lanter calls time. Tamez had a distinct rhythm going on in her pitching motions. You could hear some of the fans back here were telling the hitters to step out, take time, try to disrupt that. Here's a line drive up the middle, base hit. Runner around third, going to try to score. Here comes the throw, safe. A good throw would have got her, but it was high, and Flower Bluff takes a 2-1 lead on an RBI single by Nivea Lantern. The other runner down to third. Let's look on our Josh Moody replay screen. And you'll see the hit delivered by Lanter. Again, it was a strong throw, but it was high. And a run across for Flower Bluff. Conversation by both teams, because for Brownsville Veterans, they realize this is still the big part of the lineup. Strolling up to the plate for Flower Bluff. Lanter, the number 2 hitter, took second on the throw home. So it's second and third, 1 out, and the number 3 hitter at the plate. Scheduled to hit Bella Perez. First decision, do you put her on and load him up for the cleanup hitter? I don't think they'll do that. But it was among the discussions, I'm sure. As that big hit delivered by Nivea Lanter gives Flower Bluff a 2-1 lead. Perez on the day, 0 for 1. She walked in the first, grounded out to shortstop in the 4th. Takes ball 1. I'm sure among the discussion with Tamez was, if you're going to pitch to Perez here, make her hit your pitch. If you work just outside the strike zone and you put her on base, we'll take our chances with Moreno, who's a dangerous hitter, to put at the plate with the bases loaded. Perez waits. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball, foul ball, just down the line. Count goes to 1-1. Down at third base is Samaya Johnson. Down at second base is Nivea Lanter. 1-1 the count on Bella Perez. Tamez is ready. Brings it home. Outside. Ball 2. Two balls and a strike. You can see back there Lanter doing what she can. Right now having some fun on the bases. She's doing what she can to peek in there. See if she can give Perez a little advantage as these pitches come in. Here comes the 2-1. Swinging a hard hit foul ball on the third base side. Count goes 2-2. Bella Perez. A hit would most likely score 2. Here comes the 2-2 delivery to Perez. Ball outside. 3-2. Like and follow our page on our Facebook side, if you will, my friends. It really does help when we try to talk to advertisers on showing them how many people are actually tuning into our broadcast, keeping up with what we do here. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Bella Perez. In the Flower Bluff 5th, they're up 2-1. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the pitcher. Throw the first is out. Runners stay put. 2 down. Big out recorded that time by Alexis Tamez. Now we'll see how careful or aggressive Brownsville veterans will be coming at Jade Moreno. Moreno grounded out to third base in the 1st, walked in the 4th, and she bats here in the 5th. Looking ahead to the 6th for Brownsville veterans, it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, and they'll just walk Moreno to load the bases. Intentional walk as Moreno walks. And now Sydney Salinas will be the hitters. You see Moreno, she'll head to the dugout. Courtesy runner checks in for Flower Bluff. And Sydney Salinas is a pivotal hitter here in this 6th inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and a 1-run game. Did I say earlier, I talked to Bert on the way over here, and I said it would very well could be a 2-1 game? That's where we're sitting here in the 6th. Salinas would like to make it a little more comfortable for Flower Bluff. Tamez would like to keep it right here and send her team to the 6th. First pitch coming to Salinas from Tamez. Strike called. Outside corner. On deck is Harley Elam. She's got a double on the day. Elam and Mel with a couple of doubles in the second. That plated the first run across, a tying run at that time for Flower Bluff. Runner down at second base there is Nevia Lanter. Down at third is Johnson. Salinas at the plate with the bases loaded. The 0-1. Ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Thomas had stepped off the pitching area. That's Samaya Johnson down there at third base. Salinas at the plate, waits. Here comes the 1-1. Bounces up there. A good play behind the plate by Naomi Garcia. Preventing that from getting behind her. Runners had to stay put. Across the board. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and now a 2-1 count on Salinas. The deeper Salinas can work this count, the better advantage of her seeing a good pitch to drive. Base hit would most likely score 2. Salinas waits, hit the ball harder first time up, straightaway center field. Laid down a bunter last time up, she's 0 for 1. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball to third. Force out, inning over. But for Flower Bluff, they'll score a run. They'll do so on 3 hits. And we head to the 6th inning. Flower Bluff leading this one 2-1. And this is Rio Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
We are back here on Rio Sports Live. You see the Flower Bluff Lady Hornets back out on the field, protecting for the first time in the game a lead. It's 2-1 as we head to the 6th inning. Brownsville Veterans took a 1-run lead in the top of the 1st inning. That held till the bottom of the 2nd when Flower Bluff tied it up. And now here in the bottom of the 5th, Lady Hornets have attained a 2-1 lead. And here we go in the 6th. Leading off, Reggie Santavanes, who is 2 for 2 on the day with a single and a double for the Lady Chargers of Brownsville Veterans. It's 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. This has produced base runners in the game. Santavanes waits, takes ball 1. She's the only player in the game with 2 hits. These pitchers have just done a good job of working around base runners, not giving up that big inning. Here's the 1-0. Ball 2 outside. Brownsville Veterans put the leadoff hitter on in the 1st. That runner came around to score. The leadoff hitter which was Santavanis back in the fourth double with nobody out. She was stranded at third base. In that inning, Brownsville Veterans stranded the bases loaded. That was back in the fourth. Here we are in the sixth. Santavanis waits, swings, fouls it back to the screen. 2-1. Just 2 strikeouts in the game recorded by Jade Moreno. And pitching for Flower Bluff. Santavanis waits, here it is. Swinging a high foul ball over near the dugout and just out of reach. As Sydney Salinas gave chase over there. Count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. They'll get a new softball in the game. That one hit off the brick area over there by the Brownsville Veterans dugout. Santavanis still at the plate. Count even at 2-2. She's ready. So is Moreno, and here comes the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. Third hit of the game for Reggie Santavanis. A leadoff single here for Brownsville Veterans in the sixth. That'll bring in Natalie Mendoza. Now Mendoza is the cleanup hitter for Brownsville Veterans. Those wondering, will they go small? Will they try to push the runner across? I doubt it. They're probably going to turn her loose. She drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the first and walked in the fourth. Bats here in the sixth. First pitch coming. Way high, ball 1. That's the first time Moreno has reached back for a little extra, and it's sailed high on her. Everything else has been in her control factor. At or near the spot she wanted to hit. Behind the plate. Here's the 1-0. Check swing, strike call. 1-1, and Moreno has dialed up a little extra now after the leadoff single by Santavanis. She's down at first. Mendoza at the plate for Brownsville Veterans. Stands in, waits, here's the 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball into short center field. Center fielder, a lot of range there, drops the ball. Safe everywhere. 2 aboard for Brownsville Veterans, and that's a rare error made out there in center field. Harley Elam covered a lot of ground and just misplayed the ball on the catch. 2 aboard for Brownsville Veterans. Opportunity knocking here for the Lady Chargers. This is the same scenario as happened in the fourth inning. When Santavanis got on with a double, Mendoza was walked. It was first and second, nobody out. And Moreno bore down and retired the next 3. Well, actually a lot of walk in that to load the bases, and then got a ground ball out to end the inning as Brownsville Veterans stranded the bases loaded. As Rebecca Izetta checks in. Izetta lined out to second base her first time up, popped out to third. That was back in the 4th inning. She'll bat here in the 6th. 2 aboard. Now see if they go small ball with a bunt. Shows a bunt. Pulls it back, swings, grounds it to the pitcher. Throw to third is in time for the out. 1 down. Zeta reaches on the fielder's choice. Good job there by the pitcher, Moreno. She fielded the ball. The third baseman was charging in. She knew she had time. She waited for Salinas to get back to third before she delivered that ball. So she wasn't trying to run to the base and get the throw at the same time. Here's the first pitch. Ball low to Sofia Perez. Perez on the day 0 for 2. Grounded out to shortstop in the 2nd. Strikeout victim in the 4th. 2-1 game. Her team trailing here in the 6th. Perez waits. Moreno is ready. Ball high. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Down at first base is Rebecca Izeta. Down at second is Natalie Mendoza. Perez at the plate. Ahead in the count 2-0. Strike call right down the middle. 2 balls and a strike on Sofia Perez. On deck is Alexis Tamez. There's the tying run down at second base for Brownsville veterans. Perez trying to bring her home. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. Count goes to 2-2. Moreno looks for her 3rd strikeout of the game. 1 game decides the series here and moves the team on into the next round of the playoffs. Perez waits. 2-2 pitch. Ball high. Throw to second base, safe down there. Now a full count on Sofia Perez. On deck over there is Alexis Tamez. Tamez as the pitcher for Brownsville veterans. Anxious to see what Sofia Perez can do here with 2 on and 1 out and a 3-2 count in the top of the 6th inning. Moreno brings it home. High, ball 4, a walk. Bases loaded for Brownsville veterans. With 1 out here in the 6th. A single, an error, a fielder's choice, and now a walk have loaded the bases as Alexis Tamez will get the hit. Before that, Conference in the center circle. And a Conference on the 3rd baseline. We'll take a quick break. This is Real Sports Live.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Yes, the small schools like La Villa are advertising partners with us on Rio Sports Live. If you are a business or if you're a school district watching this and want to be a marketing partner with us on Rio Sports Live, help us please. We don't charge fans, we don't charge schools to broadcast games, but we do need advertising revenue so that we can produce more content. With more ads, I've got enough systems we could be doing, and this is no stretch, 10 times the number of games we do right now if I just had the advertising revenue in place from businesses. The numbers are there. 1,000,009 minutes viewed here this month alone already. Bases loaded for Brownsville veterans here in the 6th inning. There'll be a courtesy runner in for Brownsville veterans. Dana Arangua will come in and run. But everyone's going to be watching Alexis Tamez at the plate. She's the pitcher of record for Brownsville veterans, could help her own cause here in a big way. A lot of ways to drive in the run. The infield is in, it's short and second, and at third, and at first. Everybody's in. A ground ball is coming home. Here's the pitch to Tamez. Bunts it. And a throw to the plate. Out there. Salinas with a heads-up play. Watch on the replay screen. I told you everybody was playing in. Thank you, Josh Moody Loans, for being one of our advertising partners here on Rio Sports Live. Raleigh Gonzalez and Josh Moody providing loan assistance throughout the region. Everyone was playing in, so watch the charge first by Salinas, and gets it just in time to record the out. Thank you, Josh Moody Loans. 2 down in the inning. Bases still loaded. And up steps Sammy Aguirre. Aguirre waits. Takes it high, ball 1. Aguirre in the ball game. Couple of ground ball outs to second base. Now the infield is back at short and second. For Flower Bluff. Bases loaded, Brownsville veterans. Aguirre, the number 8 hitter in the lineup for the Lady Chargers. Swings through that one, strike 1. 1-1 the count. On deck is Sophia Martinez. Actually, Aguirre popped out to the catcher her first time up, grounded to short her second time up. She is 0 for 2. That's your tying run down at third base for Brownsville veterans with 2 outs. Aguirre waits, here it is. Ball high. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Flower Bluff in the bottom of the 6th inning will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters up. They lead 2-1, trying to protect that lead here. Moreno trying to get out of the inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Moreno a strike away from getting out of this inning and preserving this lead. Pushing it into the bottom of the 6th inning. Brownsville veterans have assured themselves that the top of the order will hit again in this game. Aguirre waits, here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout ends the inning. Moreno gets the job done. Flower Bluff maintains the lead. Bases stranded for a second time loaded for Brownsville veterans in the game. In the inning, no runs. 1 hit, an error. Everything else was done by the fielding and the pitching. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Flower Bluff leads this one 2-1. This is Rio Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
South Padre Island at SoPadre.com, one of our advertising partners here on Rio Sports Live. If you're thinking about booking travel plans, whether it be this weekend, throughout the summer months, Memorial Day coming up, SoPadre.com. If nothing else, call down to the city of South Padre Island and tell them thanks for being a sponsor here on Rio Sports that provides us a chance to broadcast these games. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Flower Bluff will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters up. Harley Elam will lead it off. It's Elam, Emily Mayo, Lauren Fuller. Anybody gets on, Ali Ramos, and if they can continue past that, it's the top of the order. And now on the momentum swing, Flower Bluff. A lot of times you'll see offense launched after getting out of a jam at the top half of an inning when the home team hits. Here's Elam, who's 1 for 2 on the day with a double and a run scored. First one coming. At hitter. Leadoff hitter aboard. For just the second time in the game for Flower Bluff, ironically, the other one was just a walk. Elam's been on base twice now, and that is just the second hitter for Flower Bluff that has been on base more than once here in this contest. Brings in Emily Mayo. Mayo doubled off the wall her first time up, drove in a run. That tied the game back in the second. Bats here in the sixth. Takes it outside, ball one. On deck is Lauren Fuller. I talked about Brownsville Veterans is guaranteed to have the top of the lineup hit. Flower Bluff, if this goes into a bottom of the seventh, the top of their order will guaranteed hit again. They may hit this inning. Mayo stands in with a runner at first, nobody out. Check swing, took a ball, throw to first, safe there. 2 balls, no strikes. Check on the swing, nothing doing down at first baseline. 2 balls, no strikes on Mayo. See if they turn her loose now. For the Flower Bluff Lady Hornets. This game's scheduled to go 7 innings. Sage Alexander asks. There's your answer. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Flower Bluff leading 2-1. Next pitch coming. Foul ball out of play, right side. 2 balls and a strike to Mayo. Mayo again doubled off that left center field wall her first time up. Bats here in the 6th inning. Ahead in the count, 2-1. Tomez is ready. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Outside, strike 2. Mayo chasing that outside delivery. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, nobody out. Next one coming to Mayo. She calls time first. Down at first base is Elam. She was hit by the first pitch of the inning. Mayo waits. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a foul ball. I haven't jumped at a foul ball in a while, but I did at that one. I'm right there behind your screen. Count goes, stays at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mayo waits. Here comes the 2-2. Ball low, runner goes, safe at second base. Now a full count. Mayo could drive in a run now with a base hit. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Way outside, ball 4 and a walk. First 2 of Reese with a hit batsman and a walk for Flower Bluff. That brings up Lauren Fuller. Brownsville veterans will talk things over in the infield. Like I said, when Brownsville veterans stranded the bases loaded in the top of the 6th inning, often in these close games, that bottom half of an inning can sometimes open up. As you just get that sense of the confidence on Flower Bluff's side from getting out of the inning, protecting the lead. Not saying it happens all the time. It happens often. How's that? First 2 aboard, and here's Lauren Fuller. Sacrifice fly in the 2nd inning, grounded out to shortstop. In the 5th, bats here in the 6th. 2 aboard. Nobody out. First pitch. Ground ball, foul. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. After Fuller is Ali Ramos, and then it's to the top of the order for Flower Bluff. Fuller waits here. Here's the 0-1. Low throw down, no cutoff. Count even at 1-1. Elam down there got the attention. Naomi Garcia back there behind the plate. Count it 1-1. Fuller could deliver here. Ramos on deck. Tamez brings it home. Way outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1. Next one coming. Way high. Ball 3. A hit batsman, a walk, and now a 3-1 count on Lauren Fuller. Down at second base is Harley Elam. She started it by getting hit by a pitch. Hitters count for Fuller. See if they have her swinging or taking it. It's a 3-1 count and a 2-1 game. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Nobody out for Flower Bluff.
Now up for second baseman number 1.
And now we'll have discussions across the board once again. We'll take a quick break. This is Real Sports Live. Quick conversation over, and everyone returns to the bases where they're loaded with Flower Bluff. Harley Elam down at third, Emily Mayo down at second, Lauren Fuller at first, Ali Ramos, who singled and scored a run in the 5th inning, and right now that run scored is the lead run in the game. But she could do some damage here for the Lady Hornets in the bottom of the 6th inning. Time is called. A hit batsman, a walk, and a walk have loaded the bases. Brownsville Veterans is playing about mid-range in the infield, by the way. There's a strike called on a changeup, strike 1. So a ground ball to second or short most likely will score a run. Ramos at the plate. Tamez is ready, brings it home. Ball outside, throw to third, safe there. One ball, one strike. Bases loaded with Flower Bluff. Ali Ramos waits. Here it is. Ball outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. The 2 walks issued in this inning pushes a total to 4 in the game. Tamez, the one hit batsman as well. Otherwise, she's scattered 5 hits in this game. Ramos has one of those hits. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Swung right through that one. Tamez reached back for a little extra, and it's now a 2-2 count. Ramos gets back in. Nowhere to put her. The bases are loaded. Outfield playing deep. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Full count, and Ramos can really dig in here. On deck is the top of the order, Samaya Johnson. Right now, her team leads 2-1. Ramos trying to add to that. She waits. The count is 3-2. Here it comes from Thomas. Swing and a line shot. Left center field. 1 run scores. A second run heading home. She's safe. Second and third. It's a 4-1 game. Two RBIs for Ramos. Still nobody out. Let's take a look on our South Padre replay screen. On a 3-2 pitch, Ramos just went down and got that. Good throw there. May have had the runner. SoPadre.com. Book your trips today. Flower Bluff now goes up 4-1. And here's Samaya Johnson. Johnson has a hit today. Still nobody out. She bats here in the 6th, first pitch. Swinging a line foul down the right side. Strike 1. Johnson, Lanter, and Perez can try to add on to now the 4-1 lead. Down at third base is Lauren Fuller. That hit by Ramos, she becomes just she's the first hitter for Flower Bluff to get 2 hits in the game. Here's the pitch to Johnson. That's a strike call. And it's 0-2. There's Ramos. Her 2 RBI single has opened up a 3-run lead for the Lady Hornets. Johnson at the plate. The count is 0-2. Ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Samaya Johnson. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are. Those are on Facebook. Like and follow our page if you will. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Look at the reports. It's really unbelievable the number of people that are watching our games on YouTube that haven't subscribed yet. And yet we've got 31,000 subscribers. That's a ball high. We're over 60,000 on the followers on Facebook. And yet advertisers are like, well, are people really watching this stuff? I've heard every type of conceivable reason why not to advertise on something. Here's the 2-2 pitch. All outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There is a base open for Johnson. If you want to take your chances and load the bases again. Johnson has a hit today. Count is 3-2 with 2 aboard. Swings and fouls that one back. Took a hefty cut at that. Got additional coverage tomorrow. I know we got some games as series shift into Saturday action. How about Sunday, where we'll be back on the basketball coverage? 6 games as the RGV Coaches Association has their annual All-Star Games. We'll be coming to you from McAllen, beginning at 10 o'clock in the morning with 6 games coming your way. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, Johnson walks, bases loaded again. Still nobody out. The first 5 have reached. The first 2 scored.
Now up at the plate, the shortstop, number 12, Nevaeh Lanter.
That means Nevaeh Lanter will be the hitter, but it looks like we're going to have a change for Brownsville veterans. Right now it's just a position change as they send out Brianna Aguirre out into right field. That means Rebecca Izetta will head out to the bullpen to warm up. As the bases are loaded for Flower Bluff here in the 6th inning. And the number 2 hitter, Nevaeh Lanter, is scheduled up. I'll take a break. I ask about advertising. One of the advertisers that is with us, we'll get to that. Well, we'll stick with it right here. I made the trip out to Aransas Pass today to talk to Alan Samuels. Anybody that pops in on Alan Samuels this week, tell him, hey, I watched a game on Rio Sports Live. You guys ought to help him. Join in, advertise, market your product, your wares. Just lost a bank of lights out in left field. Here at Rio Grande City. Umpire will talk it over. We'll see if they can fix that. We'll be back after this. The lights are out in left field. Back after this.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We're the Lady Cougars and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sun rises and sun sets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
Brownsville ISD, one of our sponsors here on Rio Sports Live, as we do have some school districts that are marketing partners with us. And that helps in a big, big way. BISD signed on this year as one of our marketing partners, joining Harlingen, Sherryland, Mission, La Villa, San Perlita. Right now the lights have went out on the light pole beyond the left field corner. And so that has us in an absolute holding pattern. We were told, well, we were listening as the grounds crew was talking, that it may take as long as 15 or 20 minutes if they can turn the lights back on for them to come to full power. Bases loaded for Flower Bluff. Let's recap it for you. Brownsville veterans scored a run in the first inning. A leadoff double by Andrea Chapa started the game. After a single by Reggie Santavanis got her over to third base, Natalie Mendoza delivered with a sacrifice fly. It made it 1-0. That lasted till the bottom of the second when, with one out, Harley Elam had a double. Emily Mayo had a double to drive her in, and we were tied at 1 apiece. Then in the 5th, Flower Bluff sent 7 hitters to the plate. Strung together 3 singles in a row, and an RBI single by Nevia Lanter put them up 2-1. Meanwhile, in the top of the 4th and the top of the 6th, pitcher Jade Moreno was able to get out of bases-loaded jams and keep the game right there at 2-1. And now here in the 6th, in the bottom side for Flower Bluff, first 5 have reached, 2 have scored, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. And there's no indication that those lights are going to come back on out beyond the left field foul pole. And you can see everyone is just kind of kicked back and relaxed. I'm not so relaxed because that camera we've been using, that one there, that angle, is a wireless camera on battery. And generally it goes about 3.5 to 4 hours. So if that baby goes, and it very well could, we'll go back down to a 1-camera shoot. Bert Ruiz certainly more than capable of bringing that home. As we are waiting for the lights to come on here. Now they're telling us it'll be 30 minutes before we get the lights back on beyond the left field foul pole. 30-minute break. We'll take a break. This is live coverage here on Rio Sports Live. See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Hawks up!
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Red Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
We are Edinburgh Bella, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We You're La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Back here on Real Sports Live, having some fun with some fans here in the stands as we are on a holding pattern. The lights went out beyond the left field foul pole. And last we were told by the home plate umpire, it would be a minimum of 30 minutes before they come back on. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning here at Rio Grande City. Brownsville Veterans and Flower Bluff. Flower Bluff leading by the score of 4-1. And boy, we got some eagle-eye fans who are calling in from around the area that are watching some of the fans in the stands, calling them out, telling them to get off their phone. That's what they were just showing me on their phone, some messages. But we do appreciate you all tuning in wherever you may be, in Decatur, Illinois, in South Dakota, Hawaii. Saw many people that are watching this game throughout the country and abroad. We're in a holding pattern. You can see Flower Bluff over there. The fans in the stands are hanging around. There's no indication that that light pole is going to be back on at all. But we are holding. If it were a rain situation, someone were looking up the UIL rules saying at 20 minutes into this, if we had a complete inning before and a lead, 20 minutes seemed like a very short period of time to call a game. Right now, I don't think there's any indication these umpires are even looking at that direction of calling this thing. But we definitely are in a holding pattern as we await the maintenance department for Rio Grande City to fire up the lights back out beyond left field. Now, we were also told that once they show any signs of life out there on the lights, it could take as long as 20 minutes for them to come to full power. Realistically, it's not that dark out there. I've certainly played under conditions where it's a lot darker than that. That's with all the lights in the fields I played on, but that was a million years ago. And so we are just continuing to hold. And wait, you see the Brownsville Veterans Lady Chargers, that's out there on the third base side, which is the side that the lights went out on. There's a bank of lights just above their dugout, brightly lit. The lights out beyond right field, the lights on the first base side, the lights above home plate, all operational. It's just one bank of lights out beyond left field. Now again, we've been able to provide you a terrific look with that camera throughout this game. That one's completely battery operated out there in center field. And we're teetering on whether it'll stay with us beyond our current situation. Now the umpires will head over and talk to the Flower Bluff people. You can see the umpires discussing things with the Flower Bluff coaching staff. They led 2-1 after 6 complete innings. They lead 4-1 here in the, well, check that. They led 2-1 after 5 complete innings. They scored that lead run in the 5th. Have tacked on a couple extra here in the 6th, but have the bases loaded with nobody out. And the number 2 hitter, Lanter, ready to hit. Running down what's happened in the game, Brownsville Veterans, 4 hits in the game. I've got him at 4. We had a double by Chapa, and I gave Santovas a single in the first inning. A double by Santovas in the 4th. And then a single by Santovas in the 6th. She's got 3 of the 4 hits in the game for Brownsville Veterans. Hitting-wise for Flower Bluff, Johnson's been on base twice, leading it off with a single and a walk. Lanter's been on base once with a single. Perez has been on with a walk. Moreno at the cleanup position has been on twice with 2 walks. Harley Elam in the 6th spot has been on base twice with a double and a hit batsman. She scored 2 runs. Emily Mayo has been on twice. She's doubled, driven in a run, and walked and scored a run. Lauren Fuller's been on base once. And Ali Ramos has been on base twice, scored a run, and drove in 2 with 2 singles. Okay, no sign that light post is coming back to life. But everyone is just in an absolute holding pattern here at Rio Grande City. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll see how close we are to bringing this back up. This is Rio Sports Live.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Island Services, one of the advertisers here on Rio Sports Live, Brian Pinkerton and the gang down on South Padre Island, providing condo services and quality stays when booking a trip to the island, South Padre Island. SoPadre.com, as South Padre is one of our sponsors here on Rio Sports Live. Umpires continue to talk things over. They've been on the phone down there a couple of times. Both the Flower Bluff coach and the Brownsville Veterans coach over there talking over. Again, our appreciation to both of the coaches who assisted us getting lineups and everything in place at the pregame, getting ready to broadcast this game. Fans have been super here, and we want to thank Brownsville ISD for stepping up to assist in sponsoring this game to make sure the rights fees and travel fees of Bert and myself to get here were covered. These playoff games They're not free. They're not easy to get. You have to get approvals from the participating schools. In some cases like this, approval from the host school. Then you apply for the rights. Then if you're granted the rights, you got to pay for the rights. And then you have to sit and wait, because up until noon the day before the game, other partners that have figured out ways to partner up with UIL can just simply step in and take over and bring a broadcast crew in, charge a pay-per-view, and we would have to step aside and give up our rights. So when someone like Brownsville ISD steps up and says, we'll pay the rights fees and help get your crew out there, I send out a special thank you, as it helps in a big way. Our thanks again to Rio Grande City. This normally is a rock solid quality place in which to be to broadcast the game. It's unfortunate those lights went out, because otherwise this is just a beautiful facility. Top-notch individuals that have always been hospitable to us at Rio Sports Live, welcoming us, offering assistance any given time we're here. So our thanks to Rio Grande City, to Flower Bluff, and to Brownsville veterans. Conference continues over there. Umpires, coaches, all talking it over. Still no lights out beyond left field. We'll take one more break, and we'll see if we have some decisions after this. Meanwhile, players having some fun behind home plate for Brownsville veterans. This is Rio Sports Live.
Watching Rio Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rodo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company.
I'm going to interrupt that commercial break. We are told this game is being moved to another field. So we'll take a look at what the options are for Rio Sports Live as far as getting over there to cover the final inning or so. Rio Grande City's a tough place for us internet-wise. Here at this facility, we know we've got good signal. We'll have to see if we can bring you the finish of this one. The teams can get over there a lot faster than Bert and I can. We got a lot of equipment to tear down. We'll try. That's all I can tell you. 4-1 the score. Game interrupted because the lights went out in left center or left field. And now we're moving to another field. Hopefully Bert and I will join you there. If not, hope you enjoyed the broadcast, but we're going to try. We will see if we can join you there. Until then, so long for a while.